Konnichiwa. This is the Shogunstein. This is a historical background of the brand new game just delivered on Kickstarter, Chang'an. Theme of Chang'an, the city of perpetual peace. Eastern start or the end of the Silk Roads in China, very near what we today call Xi'an, very famous city. This game had a pretty long and interesting history on Kickstarter. That's the subject of another video. It's an engine building game with the theme of Tang Dynasty China. Remember, China has a dynastic system. There were a number of different dynasties. The dynasties would claim or lose the mandate of heaven. That's how they stayed or lost power. Chang'an was the capital for, I believe, about 10 of those dynasties, including the very powerful Han Dynasty, which started when the Qin Dynasty, which unified China under Shi Huangdi, fell shortly after Qin Shi Huangdi's death. The Han Dynasty kind of ran parallel for a number of reasons with the Roman Empire, and is also going to be the major city, the capital, under the Tang Dynasty, where you have the golden age of China. So Chang'an is located in what's today very near Xi'an, where Qin Shi Huangdi, the unifier of China, has his famous tomb that they won't open because it's all full of mercury. And also it's guarded by the very famous terracotta warriors, which is probably the greatest archaeological find in the 1970s. They found those terracotta warriors that guard Qin Shi Huangdi's tomb. And again, this Silk Road connected China all the way through the Eastern Roman Empire, what's sometimes referred to as the Byzantine Empire. So a very important city of trade, cultural diffusion, learning during what's going to be the golden age of China. So when we talk about the Middle Ages or the Dark Ages, that's Western Europe. Western Europe is going through a dark age, but that's not the case in the rest of the world. You have the Gupta Empire in India. You have West African trading kingdoms with great cities like Timbuktu. You have the Islamic Caliphate, the large Islamic empire with a great city of learning in Baghdad, the houses of wisdom. And you have Chang'an in China. Again, a very large cosmopolitan city. And that's the theme of this game, where you're basically coming up with ways to improve. You're like a city planner, an urban planner, and you're trying to improve this great city. So the Tang Dynasty is one of the two dynasties during the Chinese Golden Age. It's the Tang and Sung. So when Chang'an was the capital, China's going through this Golden Age, and this is where you get inventions like porcelain, what maybe your grandmother referred to as China. We often think of Ming Dynasty for that China, but that porcelain actually started during the Tang Dynasty. You can have things like the mechanical clock, printing. So Gutenberg is, credited with bringing the printing press to Europe, but again, printing originates in Tang Dynasty China. We have gunpowder, paper money. Those are just some of the many inventions and high points of that golden age of China when Chang'an was the capital. Again, today you go to Xi'an and you go see the terracotta warriors. They don't let you get too close to the tomb because of the mercury. So very excited to try this game out. This game had a long and troubled history on Kickstarter. So kudos, no matter how the game actually ends up turning out. Kudos to Pendragon and Arcane Wonders for actually getting it out, because it looked like this campaign was not going to go anywhere when it failed. The people who originally were going to put out this game, they collected a decent amount of money, and then there was no game for a few years. But now there's perpetual peace, like Chang'an. That's what the name of the city means, perpetual peace. We got the game. Great theme. Hopefully it plays well. I'll do another video on the unboxing and the components and how to play it. But in the meantime, this is just a little bit of the historical background of this great city in China that, again, being the Eastern starting point or ending point, depending on which way you were going, of the Silk Road. Saw many different traders and cultures. religions. Buddhism gets to China through the Silk Road, Islam through the Silk Road. So there's a lot going on in this very advanced, large, cosmopolitan city. So this is the Shogunstein historical background. Chang'an, Shogunstein out.